Welcome everyone, and thank you for watching my video of decoupaging this beautiful home sign. I found this at Joann Fabrics around the 4th of July weekend, and I had no idea what I was going to do with it at the time. So I decided to paint it white, and then from there, I am going to go into the decoupage. So let's just speed through me painting this white until we get to the decoupage and I can actually talk to you of what the technique I did. So I got the decoupage out and I decided that I'm going to do the H, the M, and the E. And I got out the flag and I started separating the colors, and I feared that I'd want the stars to be over the H. And this thing was difficult. And the reason why is because I'm sitting here trying to go around it without, getting it on anything else. And luckily, I learned a technique where you can iron it, which is great. But it was a lot of work. It doesn't seem like I was taking a lot of effort, but I think when it gets to the point where you have to torch it, I was having issues. And I will tell you why. Because I don't know how to explain it, but doing the pattern match on the flag where I wanted it to look like it was still connected, that was probably the hardest part of this. But it looks like it's just waving around. I saw a couple YouTubers get into like they'll trim away a lot of the napkin and then they would take a lighter to it. And I tried it. I wasn't really good at it, let's just say. It literally stained the paint. And I am just like, I'm not happy with it. And I started doing a little bit more of it. And the more I did of it, the worse it looked. And I only did it on that one because I figured if I mess one up, I can go back and fix it. And I'll tell you what, I it looks horrible. And the closer you, if I would let you see, really zoom in really close, you'll see all of the scorch marks and the stained, and literally then I tried to fix it and I caused more damage than I did. And you'll see that I'm trying to fix it by just using a razor blade because I don't want to torch it anymore because that's a mess. And I got to figure out how I'm going to get that cleaned up without it looking like I botched it. And the more I look at it, the more I get so upset because now I'm gonna try to touch it up with some paint, and it just feels like I'm not gonna get it back to that same color that it was before the paint got burnt with the flame. And then I don't know. I just feel like I can still see it. So I did a couple extra coats, trying to hide it, and I feel like I can still see it even now with it being finished. I still feel I can see the scorch marks. And I must be just too super picky, but I can see it still, and no one else knows. My husband said, "Oh, it's beautiful. Don't worry about it." I'm like, I notice it as soon as I look at it. So then I start just taking the razor blade and going around it. I don't trust doing the flame at all, even though I've seen so many YouTubers do it, and I really think it's a quick, easy way of doing things. But when you have a painted area, it's not good at all, because I literally, you saw it, I burnt it, and thank God I was able to fix it. But I was still not happy about it, and I know that because it bugged me. I can still see it, so I will go over and paint it again, and you'll see. And then I have to take it off because I messed it up. But that's okay, because I mean we learn and live, and I don't I'm not perfect, and I just can't believe I messed it up. But that's okay. We'll fix it, right? And it's all because I did something, and you'll see it really soon. So we have to laugh at ourselves because you can't take this serious. Because if I did, then I wouldn't make videos at all. Because then I'd be like, I'm not allowed to make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and I made a lot doing this sign. And it's probably why it took me the longest to edit this video, because I really didn't know how I was going to express that I am not perfect, and I'm glad I'm not. But let me tell you, we all make mistakes, and this one I did several. And you'll see it after I get it all finished to this point, and then I decided I'm going to put the truck on there, and I decoupaged and sealed it up, which is where I messed up. Right here is where I messed up. And it's because I put decoupage on top of it. And then when I used the iron, it sealed it on top of it. So yeah, I messed up bad. And I thought, okay, I'll decoupage and seal it. No, that doesn't do it. So I should have not done this step at all. And the reason why is because when I put the next application on the American flag part, that's where I mess up. And you'll see it. I mean, literally, I'm still, when I look at this part of it where it's all beautiful and perfect at this level, and I have it ready to go for the flag, I mess it up in the next stage. So at least I'm honest. I mess it up. But it's okay. So let's get serious here. So my idea was for the American flag, well, the state, the United States part of the flag area. I wanted to put a, a barn and one of the pickup trucks for my dad. And I thought, this is going to be really easy until I ironed it. I'm going to laugh at myself for this probably for a long time because I had no idea. And you learn from these little tiny mistakes, but it looks beautiful, and I'm very thankful that I finished it. Yes, I had to redo the H. I had to scrape it all off and then redo it. Thank God I had a whole thing of napkins. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to redo it. So, I'm glad I did that. I'm going to start selling some of my napkins on Etsy. So that way, if people want some of these, I'm going to sell them in like pairs, I think. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to start selling some of the stuff I have. I have tons of napkins. I have tons of sewing supplies and fabrics, and I'm slowly just going to start going through stuff and put it on Etsy or on to clear out my sewing room for new upcoming projects. So, I am going to start getting rid of some of my napkins. And if you guys like to get some, go to Etsy or on my Facebook page. I will put several links in there for you guys so that way you'll know where they're at. It's not that I just have so much stuff that I need to limit it to what I'm going to be able to use. Otherwise, I should share it with everybody else because I have some really nice items and I really would love to share them with everyone. Thank you for watching my video and please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment below.